What's going on? So we got the BO-105 from RC Era, and I was just trying to get it kind of trimmed out inside the apartment here. But I don't know, not sure. I'm not sure this one can be totally trimmed out. The BO-105. The BO-105 is the most challenging of all the RC Era helicopters to fly, in my opinion. But it is rewarding to see it fly nicely. So it doesn't like to hover 100%. You want to kind of keep it moving a little bit. Otherwise it'll start to toilet bowl, which I'll try to demonstrate here. Bring in the frame again. Sometimes you can achieve a decent hover, like right now. But you can't get it from every angle. It wants to hover in a very specific way. And maneuvering it is not like any of the other ones. You want to use angles, like how we're coming towards us at an angle there. You don't want to come straight on necessarily. You can fly it around nose first, like that. But when you want to go faster, because this doesn't have a lot of power, you can get it to do these nose-in circles. I'm trying to keep it in frame and trying to keep it tight. Usually I might make this a lot bigger of a loop. So it's blinking at us because I've been flying around before the video here, so the battery's getting weak. See how I got it nosed like at an angle? That's actually how you want to fly this one. You want to fly it kind of like that. Oh, there it's landing because I didn't obey. That was a forced landing, auto rotation, basically. But it's still clean landing and a low power mode. You might be able to add some. I wanted to say collective. The collective on this is it's not true. It's not a true collective. It's shared. If that's hard to understand. That means you can't necessarily go up while making certain inputs. It blends them. It's not like a real, it's not a true swash plate. And the way I can see this is that we can increase head speed without increasing or changing our altitude. We can hold altitude while modulating our head speed. That means it must have some sort of collective. But it's not the same kind of collective that I have in the C-138, for example. That one uses a different one. Totally kind of. So when you push up and down on the collective on this, I'd have to throw fresh pack in, but I don't feel like at least when the blades are off, while the main rotor is off. But like I said, we can change the head speed. It's got 30 steps up and down, so 60 steps total of trim for head speed. That's a lot. That's a crazy amount for like this cheap little toy of a helicopter is quite programmable. Every trim has 30 steps plus and minus. So anyways, I was trimming the head speed. And I mean, it turns out you want to stay close to center. You don't really want to add too much head speed. I did add a few clicks of head speed because I feel like I get more of that gyroscopic control. Like it's more resistant to toilet bowl, as you could see in the video here, as long as we keep some fresh air coming in or we don't get too close into ground effect. Ground effect's pretty high, especially in a room where the air's just getting pushed around into the walls and pushed around everywhere. So anyhow, yeah, it has some sort of different type of head on it, but it is fun to fly. I've been playing with it more lately. The weather's good, meaning there's at night and in the morning there's almost no wind. So if you get out at certain hours, you can take these even the little tiny helicopters and fly them around. And they're fun to fly around, like just keep them not too high up. They'll go up high, no problem, but so let's say you go over the roof line and then a nice gust of wind, 20, 30 mile an hour wind comes, it is going to leave your eyesight. It'll leave your line of sight. And then you're cooked. So don't do that. Keep it where if wind comes, it'll get stuck in a tree or something. or smack a building. That's better than losing it into the wind. Everything on this is cheap to replace. So, anyways, you can fly them nicely. And this doesn't have this has no stabilization. There's no, let me turn that blinky light off. This has no eyeball. It has the LED light, but it does not have the optical flow sensor. So by default, you have to hand fly it. When you go into programming mode, then you can tell, specifically how much trim you want, how much head speed you want. And I had it outside earlier, and I had it pretty locked, because outside actually is, if there's no wind, it's better outside to try to trim it than inside, because you don't have the reflections of all the wind blowing back onto it. And so with constant fresh air, I was able to trim it out, and it was holding a really nice hover. Like some drift, but no toilet bowl, no swashing around or whatever, where it just starts kind of like, which these are known for. But as you saw, like I was saying, if you just even keep it moving a little bit, or keep turning it, which is a finesse, you can keep it kind of hovered. And if you modulate the the collective, because it's trying to hold altitude anyway, it's just not great at it. So if you help it a little bit, you can get it to hold pretty good. I feel like it's almost like a good trainer. You can nose these over, like if you get it into that, like I was saying, if you do the tilt, not forward, not just forward, but like at an angle, so you're going to be, going this way, you can get it to kind of nose over. If you're too aggressive, you can definitely get it to nose over. So you even with the controls, you have to kind of be easy with how aggressive you are with your input, or you can. I've crashed it for that reason. So it's not all of the other stuff from RCR is like flies itself. This one is the challenge from RCR. This one is the one that gives me the most challenge. And I did a terrible paint job on it, but it kind of makes it, when it's flying in the air, it actually doesn't look that bad. And it kind of gives it a weathered look, which is what I was trying to do, but I'm not an artist. I need to mess with it maybe more. I don't know. Will make it worse. But anyway, that's it. The B-105.